So a big iPhone problem just ended up happening for a lot of different users of a lot of different cell services. But it looks like iPhones were the ones who kind of experienced this kind of at a larger scale, mostly because there's probably more iPhones in America than other phones. The funniest thing though, and this is the craziest thing, is that it looks like AT&T was actually the main, cell service that was experiencing a majority of these issues. Now, the thing here is that AT&T, if you guys remember, this was the first iPhone provider. I think AT&T was the first one to sell iPhones, but it looks like the biggest problem here was that for a lot of users, it looks like iPhones were the ones that were actually experiencing this particular nationwide outage more so than maybe even some other, Android devices. Now, we don't really know exactly why this ended up happening. It was a very, very weird thing for, this thing to even basically go down in the first place. And it all started yesterday when this particular thing came out, where they were basically saying that, hey, this particular, cell service is having some issues. And it was just in and of itself already a pretty big problem. But it looks like there's more than meets the eye. A lot of people are stating that there could be some hacks that are going around or something along those lines. Again, I'm not even 100% too sure anything could happen, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But the biggest problem that a lot of iPhone users were stating and seeing was that SOS mode. So essentially what SOS means is that you basically don't have, any cell service, and basically you can only use your cell service if it's an emergency. So this usually means, if you take a look at any phone that's not even active on service right now, you might see that those particular devices are basically giving you the little SOS problem or a little SOS like option. The reason why that ends up happening for the most part is because those particular devices just don't have any cell service, so there's not really anything you can do. You're pretty much just going to have to basically wait it out until they fix that problem. So, or you get your cell service back or something along those lines. So that kind of covers it up from that side too. But what can we do or what can we do to prevent this type of problem from happening again? Now, for the most part, if a cell service provider goes down, there's really not much we can do. We're pretty much going to have to wait it out until they fix that problem. And the reason for that is because with our cell service, there's not much we can do. I mean, we don't work for the cell service people. In those cases, we're just going to have to wait it out until they basically fix those problems and they basically come back and, tell us, hey, nothing is down. It's crazy because on Down Detector, it was showing us that so many cell services were down. There weren't any Apple services that were down or anything like that. It was basically just those cell service providers that were giving us issues. So as of this point, there's really not much we can do. We're pretty much just going to have to wait it out until Apple fixes or AT&T fixes this problem. But, as a whole, holistically, you really don't have anything to worry about. This was a cell service problem, not necessarily an iPhone problem, but it's still a pretty crazy thing that this actually ended up happening for a lot of different iPhones. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would be so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.